Hey, what's going on, guys? So, I had a request to do kind of a one-on-one with my Argentine boa, and so I'm just going to talk a little bit about my experience with her. I bought her in, I think it was April or May of 2017, and she was born in January. So I got her extremely young, which I almost buy all of my snakes while they're within the first 6 months to a year that they're born. Or that's what I at least try to do, just so I can get a good read on them, so I can grow them up how I want them to be grown up on a feeding schedule and with the attention that I think they deserve, just so that they have a lot of interaction with people. And I know that if they have issues with regurgitation, sizes that they're eating, and things like that. So far her temperament with me has been very nice. I rarely get any problems with her while she's out of the cage. She has become a little cage defensive. I'm not going to say aggressive, but sometimes if she's up against the plexiglass and I walk past, she will strike at the glass itself, which does concern me a little bit just because I don't want her to mess up her jaw or her face. But so far she's not had that type of an issue. And once I get her out, even if she'll hit at the glass, I'll hook her out and I can just do this with her and I don't have any issues at all. You've seen her on the videos of her eating, and she definitely loves to eat. She has a very, very strong feeding response, which is good. I've never had anything, no issues. She's on she's on medium rats right now, and I would say she's, I don't know, 5 feet maybe 5.5. So definitely getting good size on her for being a 2017. I don't really know too much about these going into adults because I really don't see that many people that own them. Obviously there's people that overfeed, and then there's people that really don't feed them very much, and then there's the breeders who, I don't know, a lot of their snakes, when you breed, they go off food for so long that I personally really don't go off judgment on weight for that, because I've seen a lot of skinny boas that are 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. And so I just try to base sizing off of people that have these that don't breed them. So as of right now, she does have her adult colors in. And I'm really not that good at editing, so I don't know if I can put a picture up of her as what she looked like when she was younger. So I'll try to post the picture up on there. So when she was younger, she was a lot lighter, more of a charcoal color. And then the patterns on top, like the saddles and the circles, were a lot more noticeable. And then I'm trying to look at this picture. The white that she has on her sides now were not there when she was younger. So she got more of the darker saddles. The saddles itself are starting to blend in with the body. And then of course we have the whites coloring on the sides and then also on the top. And then her face is really, really darkened out, almost to a black masking. And then her tail still has some coloration, not coloration, the pattern of, I guess, the squares or the triangulars, like a BCI would, but of course it's really dark. This is a pure Argentine, and so I know there are people that do crosses where they do cross the Argentine with the BCIs, and they kind of look the same. The ones that I have seen On the crosses, the saddles are a little bit more noticeable, and then the tail is redder. It's not really like red, but it's more of like a rust color. So I saw this at a show, and I haven't seen here in Cincinnati, and I haven't seen any since I bought her. And the guy only had one, and I decided, it seemed pretty rare for the area, so that's why I picked her up. And ever since then, I've not seen any more. I mean, I see them floating around on the internet. There are different mores for them. I think there's only a few people that are specializing in that, and they are very gorgeous, very expensive. So another thing about these are the only boa species that I am aware of that are on the endangered species list, and they are a threat that they could be going extinct at some point in their life down in South America. So that's another kind of cool factor or rare factor to have, because again, the people up here in North America and Canada, and I guess if you can get them in the UK or anywhere else, are the only people that are breeding them, or the only people that are keeping the species really going right now, because in the wild they're not doing very well, because I guess the population of people are expanding into where they are naturally from, and that they're destroying their habitat and then killing off these animals. So kind of a little story about them. And like I said, it's kind of cool to have a snake that if it becomes extinct, we still have them, we're still breeding them, but to own one is definitely awesome. And so if anybody is watching this that has a baby or a few babies, then you can definitely expect your little one to grow up within about two years, depending on feeding schedule, obviously, and should look just like her. And she is a good size. She's not massively round, but she is muscular. I do trust her out. I trust all my snakes out, but to a certain point. Like, I don't like them around my neck. I don't like them around my face, because I never know when they're going to bite, and I would hate to have a feeding response because of maybe the warmth of my breath might trigger them, and then they try to bite me. But pretty much she's very active, but good attitude, which is basically what I would expect on most boas. And so I would highly recommend anybody, if you get the chance. I don't know how much they go for right now. I'm not going to say prices. I bought it fairly cheap a couple years ago. But even if they were up into the 400s now, I would personally highly recommend buying one, just because of the rare factor of them. Now, it could be different wherever you are in the parts of the world or in America and your breeders, but here in the Cincinnati, Ohio, Northern Kentucky area, very, very, very difficult to find. And if you are going to find one, you're probably going to find it from somebody else who's just trying to sell theirs. So this is my, and they're also classified as the BCO. So pretty neat on that too. But this is her, guys. I just wanted to show her really fast, make a decently fast video, and then the next week I think she's back on her feeding schedule. I'm feeding her every every 14 days right now, which I think on her size she could actually get away with every 10 days, but on the safe side I'm doing every 14, and she's doing pretty good. So yeah, I appreciate you guys watching my videos, subscribing, requesting videos, anything else you guys want to see, snakes, whatever, just let me know, and I'll try to get a video up as soon as I can on that. And as of right now, Well, I'll show you real quick. I don't know if I have the actual lighting. Let's see if I can get some of her. I wouldn't like to do this outside because she really shines up with the sun. But I'm not sure if you can see the iridescence on her at all. But even though that she's a really dark snake, she has some really nice iridescence and rainbow coloring on her. I think, like the ghosts boas, these might be overlooked a little bit just because of the darker colors, and a lot of people like these bright showy colors. But I'm definitely a fan of having her in my room and of ownership on her. So again, appreciate you guys requesting videos, wanting to see more of my animals, and I hope you guys have a awesome day. Let's see if I can get her head turned around. Let's show the head on her real fast. It's not very cooperative, that's for sure. So, maybe not. But her eye patterns and her eyes look good. There we go. Stupid focus on this camera. But anyways, that's it guys. Again, I appreciate it. See ya.